It's Jessica Sittimer, the Greenlight Coach, and I help you get more work, better work, or different work, and you are watching Real Answers. Your question, my answer, real answers. I have worked in the entertainment industry for 20 years, helping actors, writers, directors, cinematographers, camera operators, and more recognize that they are the CEO of their companies. They are entrepreneurs of entertainment. Therefore, my videos also help entrepreneurs, marketers, and small business owners. So if you have questions, I have answers. Here's today's question from Lisa. Jessica, when going to a meeting with a mentor, is it rude to take notes? I think it's really important to take notes during a mentor meeting. Here's why. First, it shows you're taking the meeting seriously. If you're just meeting for coffee to chat, then there's really nothing at stake. But if all of a sudden you start taking notes on what the person is saying, it shows that what they are saying means something to you enough to write it down so that you can remember and go implement it. Number 2, I love this one. It gives them an incentive to give you really good stuff to fill the paper. People get competitive. When you start pulling out a piece of paper, they're like, oh, well, I want them to fill the whole page. Oh, I want them to have pages of notes. I want to just keep giving them good stuff so they never stop writing. I want their hands to hurt before they're done with me. So it really is a fun reason to get to take notes because it gives them that incentive to really make sure that you're filling it up. And then the third is it helps you remember the advice that you're given so that you can take action. So if you just pull out an iPad or a Samsung, it might seem a little confusing and misconstrued. Like they might not realize that you're taking notes. They might think that you're taking a call or you're checking your emails, that you're bored. So you don't want to take any risks of that because that would come across rude. So here are 3 tips so that you won't come across rude. Tip number 1. Ask permission. So right as you're starting the meeting, let them know, listen, I'm going to be asking you for advice and guidance, and I want to make sure that I don't miss a thing, and I really value your time, so I want to write it all down so that I don't have to keep asking you. Whatever it is that you feel comfortable saying, but just say, so is it okay that I take notes? Now, some people ask if they can record the conversation, and that might make people feel uncomfortable, and it also might stop them from saying certain things that they may have said had they not been recorded. So I say taking notes is the better choice, and asking permission will put them at ease. They'll know what you're doing, and this way, if you do take notes on the Samsung or an iPad, they'll know why. But here's my tip number 2. Use a form or a pen and paper. I say this because it's just more personal than writing on an iPad, and plus they see the things that you're doing. So for example, here's a form that you might use. So you write down with whom you're having the meeting. Remember I was saying how it gives them the incentive to give you really good stuff? Well, look at this. If they see their name at the top, they're going to assume that you probably talk to other people, and they're going to want to have the best page. So if you're brainstorming ideas, they want to make sure you fill in all 10 of those things. If they're giving other advice and suggestions, you're writing and filling that in. And then there's that area right there, shared contacts or referrals. So they might say, well, what is that? And you can say, well, if we're talking about anything and you think of someone who you think I should meet, I would love an introduction. So right then and there, just by having this form, you might get a lot more out of this meeting than you would have beforehand. The third tip, acknowledge the notes you've taken. So as you're wrapping up the meeting, go over them and say, okay, so I have gotten so much great stuff here. I really want to thank you, because that makes them feel really appreciated. You might even say, you told me to do A, B, and C, and I'm going to do those things, and I'll get back to you and let you know what happens or if I have any more questions. So it's really important that you establish this ongoing communication, because that's really what mentorship's all about. And if you have questions about mentors, go to greenlightmentorprogram.com, because there not only do you learn more about getting mentors and having conversations with mentors, you also get to listen to some amazing interviews I do with successful people, hear how I interview them and how I pull out the A, B's, and the C's if it's not always as obvious. Well, now I want to hear from you. Have you had successful meetings with mentors? If so, how have they helped you? Share it with us in the comments below. Did you enjoy this video? If so, subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends. And for more insights and to keep up with where and when I'm speaking, go over to thegreenlightcoach.com and sign up for my newsletter. Have a real question you want answered? Put it in the comments below or email me at jessica@thegreenlightcoach.com. Right there. And remember, you are a piece of the puzzle that makes entertainment, and entertainment moves the world, so the world needs you.